Good morning. We take a little bit of a shift from condemnation to verse 5. He's talked about 1 through 5 about judging and condemning others. And here you get a sense of how someone is self-condemned in verse 6. Jesus says, do not give dogs, and dogs are not little puppies here, not the kind of little domesticated animals we have. If you go to a developing world, they will look at you a little odd that you have a pet dog. I have a pet dog, but they think that's a little odd because dogs go around on the street, sort of not quite wild, but kind of quasi-wild, and they go around and eat and scavenge and so forth. In the ancient world, this is the way dogs were, and those dogs were greedy, threatening, contemptible, filthy. That's how they were perceived. Don't give to those evil, contemptible, scavenging-like people what's holy. Do not throw your pearls before pigs, right? Remember, pigs were unclean. They had, you think of Jesus' account where he casts out demons into pigs and they run down the hill. Don't put your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and attack you. Do not give dogs what is holy. Do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you. You can't give the virtue, the kind of kingdom life to someone who hasn't been awakened to it, because they'll just trample it. The things that are holy is these beautiful truths of God that are here and present, and you could enter into them and live this kind of life if your heart has been transformed to have and be entering into God's kingdom. If you've received the gospel, the good news of the kingdom, then you're ready to live out the virtues of the kingdom. But don't be surprised when people trample them. Don't be surprised when people ignore them, and don't be astonished at that. He actually is pointing out here that there's a time in some ways to stop. There's a time to recognize the hardness of heart and to realize that maybe it's not the season. Maybe now is not the right time to cast this in front of someone else, because they're so self-condemned in their hardness of heart against God. And in that self-condemnation, they've hardened and walled themselves up. What will it take to break open them? They got to get to the end of the rope and a work of God that can crack that, right? And so you might just be casting your pearls before pigs. You might be trying to domesticate in a way the dog, so to speak, in that you're giving something holy to someone who just wants to trample it and despise it. And Jesus here says, only those who are soft to the kingdom will in that way be able to respond to the things of the kingdom. So we need to remember that when it comes to the world. It's not that we don't preach, it's not that we don't proclaim, but we also have to realize that there's a time when we may run out of real estate when it comes to our proclamation, because when it comes to a point where we're not able to just pry open a hard heart, sometimes our preaching just makes the hard heart harder. Just a word to think about, and a word to be reminded that we always want to have a soft heart when it comes to the things of the kingdom of God, so that we are able to receive the virtue of that kingdom and grow in that virtue and have the kind of life Jesus offers us. May the Lord bless you.